Hey everyone. Alright, here with another message. Alright, so in a way I can have this message to myself, but I have to televise. Alright. So what did I name this again? God promised. I'm gonna change it, but right now, alright, so basically this is what happened. Like I always tell you, people don't just become mean, they learn to be mean, okay? When it came to God and the mother, alright? We're going to take those spirits out real quick. When it came those two, God was a perfectionist. He wanted everything perfected, everything. However, when it came to the mother, which is me, in the spirit, but however, when it came to the mother, he was happy with her. But when I was born, now I became the newest pretty thing, technically, okay? And so what happened was the mother got jealous, and I told y'all that she got jealous. She got jealous, and she was jealous of me. No different than my current situation. She was jealous of me. And so I can hear the conversation. She said, get rid of her. Get rid of her, because she's saying, I can hear the conversation. Get rid of her, because I'm not going to compete with her. You pay her more attention than you pay me. Get rid of her. And he's like, no, I'm not getting rid of her. No, you get rid of her, or I'm getting rid of her. What does that mean? If you don't get rid of her, I'm killing her myself, because you pay her more attention than you pay to me. I did all these changes and I do everything you asked for, but you keep giving her all the attention. But I love you. Well, you giving her more attention than you giving me. Every time I turn around, you talk about how beautiful she is and how great she is. You don't say those things to me anymore. So get rid of her. That's about right. That's right. Okay. Wow, I can hear the conversations. So that means I'm leveling up. And she's pissed. She hates me. She hates me with a passion. So when it comes to that demonic side, reason how God became so powerful is because she ended up drained him. Because what happened was the mother became demonic because she felt like she couldn't compete. And what happened was it tore God up. It tore God's spirit up, because mother is considered as Mother Earth, okay? And it tore her. She became demonic. So that's why a lot of the land ended up. Okay, so if y'all go back in the time, it was like grass and flowers and all of that, and then out of nowhere it's just because she was so mean and evil that her energy tarnished everything. It started corrupting everything. So it became, that's why we had a desert and all of that other stuff, flowers and stuff. It went away. Okay, it went away. So it was like a big desert or whatnot. And so when it comes to, like, this place was flat. So what happened was she was so mad, she caused energy bursts. So like asteroids, energy bursts. She was able to pick up the rocks, and she was able to pick up rocks and stuff and down on the ground. That's where the asteroids, that's where you get your asteroids. She was able to levitate. And that's how she'll get mad, and she'll throw it down. That's how you got those caves and all of that. Because when she get mad, that's what she would do. She'll destroy something. So she was like a big tantrum, call it what it is. So she was throwing stuff, and I could see it. It's crazy. I'm starting to see different things. And that's how you got all these caves. Because ask yourself, how the mountains are created the way they are, how we have these caves and these rocks set in certain ways and all of that, is because she kept throwing stuff down, and that's how we got crevices and stuff. And what happened was she got real mad one time, and when she got mad, and that's how all the countries got split up. she got pissed. And she got pissed. Okay, this is where she got pissed at. So she ended up he got rid of me. But what he did was he never got rid of me. He gave me to another family. And what happened was, over time they was good, but what happened was he kept trying to please her, but he was good at it for a while. And then what happened was, eventually he ended up he kept checking on me, and she knew something was off. And when it comes to Ye, he was a part of the equation too, but that's why he felt some type of way, because he wasn't getting seen. See, when God looked at me, he looked at me as a daughter, as an image of the mother. She didn't take it as that. And so Ye felt left out. He kind of felt like the runt of the family. He felt like the runt of the family, because he was mad. He was like, felt like, why she keep getting all the attention? Why she has all the attention? I don't get attention. Why she keeps having attention all the time? And so what the mother did, she took Ye under her wing. Now she's like, well, if I can't get the daddy to focus on me, I'm gonna have my son, because he ain't gonna take him away from me. I'm gonna treat you like So she ended up was trying to make God jealous. So she felt like, okay, he using me to make her jealous. That wasn't the case, but that's how she took it. So she said, okay, bet, I'm gonna do the same. So she had a relationship with Ye. She had a hidden relationship with Ye. God didn't know about it at first. He felt something was up, but he wasn't sure that's what it was. And so she started showing him the ways, because now she like, daddy, mama's boys. That's where it comes from, mama's boys. So he wanted to make mom happy, want to make the mother happy. So he would do everything he can to make her happy and put her peace. And she used them. How many of y'all mothers out here treat y'all like y'all the husbands? A lot of y'all. Okay, that's where it comes from, that spirit. So she treated him like the husband, and before you know it, he became the husband. Okay, he became the husband. And when it came to me, I was in another family. This is when God got pissed. And so God wanted to try to get the mother back on track. And so what he did was, he started fighting for his love for her again. And before you know it, he had to bow down to her. So she was like, either you gonna go with her or you gonna stay with me. He stayed with his wife. But because he was trying to prove to her that he loved her, she was like, well, then give me your energy. If you really love me like that, then give me your energy. He had to give his energy over to her. He still can do certain things, but she had the full connection. And so that's how the story kind of went. They was going along or whatever like that. And so this is where the promise was at. God still can communicate with me telepathically. So God was like, look, I promise you I got you. I promise you I'm going to come back for you. I promise you that I'm going to make everything right. Because now I'm not in the kingdom anymore. I'm somewhere else. And like I said, when it comes to me and Ye spirit, we are spirits. Like orbs. So once we was created, we was already attached. That was pulled apart. That was pulled apart. And that's how that go, right? Okay. So we was all that's why we so attached. Our energy, we're like magnets. So even no matter where he at, through time, through space, through whatever, we always are attached. We cannot be unattached. We are always attached. Love it or hate it, we're attached. We're attached to the hip, rib, whatever you want to call it. So that's how it was. So because of my spirit and because of Ye's spirit, he is the God spirit and I am the mother spirit. So that my mother spirit is technically my evil twin. Okay, my evil twin. No different than Ye. The daddy spirit is his evil twin. Okay, that's how it goes. So anyway, he ended up told me, because he knew about my powers and he knew what I had. But the thing about it is, he was like, I'm in this family, and I was like, I don't want to use my powers because I saw how it was corrupting them. I was like, I don't want to use them. I don't want to use them. I don't want to use them. So I would do a little bit here and there and do stuff, but not to the point of what they wanted me to do. Because this is what happened. God got back with his wife. They worked it out, Ye with them. Now she converted them both to this demonic world. So Ye was 7 years old as well. Both of us were 7 in the spiritual world. However, he stayed at age for a very long time. He got out. He grew up faster than I did, though. Not too long ago. So like the last century, the last decade. So in the last decade is when he finally hit his maturity. He ended up grew up. I just hit mine the beginning of this year. Okay. So anyway, God promised me he wasn't going to do anything and stuff. But what happened was his vibrations were so low, because now she has a mind control over him and Ye. It became a thing where Ye and the spirit of Ye and the spirit of God, they was battling back and forth, because the mother was making Ye think that that's who he's supposed to be with, and telling him, I'm nothing. And then God was like, this is my wife. So he was fighting for his mom, and God was fighting for her too, and she loved it. So the triangle. So that's what happened. So for the longest, she wanted both of their energies. So when it came to Ye, she knew that Ye still was attached to me. So she used Ye. She was like, oh, okay, I want more energy because I'm liking it now. So she wanted more energy. So she started using Ye to come find me. So she had Ye to find me. And when she had Ye to find me, we would talk and communicate. But then we'll have that connection where everything is perfect. And then she'll tell him she's doing this and that to you. So what was going on? She was putting spells on Ye. Ever since the beginning, putting spells on him. So she will have him to come speak to me. He'll fall back in love, and then when she kept find out he fell back in love, then he'll pop back. So it was like that. They were separate energies. Like, how can I say it? They were separate energies for a long time, right? Where Ye and the father were separate, just like me and the mother was separate. However, somewhere down the lane, she killed Ye. She killed him. She killed him. And somehow when she killed him, I was able to regenerate his energy back. That's what it was. I brought him back to life. But when I brought him back to life, it didn't come out the way I thought. Somehow his spirit and the father's spirit merged back together. They merged back together. So now it's just God and the mother, and then it's me. Still the triangle. Okay. So their energy merged back. So like the Venom movie or whatever. So you've been stuck to that spirit for a long time. And I have tried to do everything to disconnect that spirit. But because of it, Ye would get mad. Now Ye sees what's going on, because see, there were certain things. See, there was a blinder over Ye. He didn't know that the mom was playing mind games on him. So when it comes to like, when it comes to like Kim and all of these other people, her spirit was chiming through, no different than mine. That spirit was chiming through. And she kept building up a team. So every person that he came in contact with, she brought them to him, because she wanted a distraction. But it wasn't just a distraction to me. She needed a distraction from God. So what happened was, somehow she finally, got tired of all the, now I know I'm jumping down, but I'm going to jump right back. So what happened was, she used to keep putting these spells on Ye so much that he couldn't remember what was what and all of this and stuff. And so eventually he got to the point he converted. And when he converted, that's when God and him became Now God finally got his powers truly back. That's how he got his powers truly back. And that's when the mother started realizing, I don't have control anymore. So that's when Ye, over, like I said, like a decade ago, that's when Ye finally got to that point. He realized, they've been playing me the whole time. She over here be telling me that Toya is the one putting spells on me and causing me to act these ways and do these crazy things and be with these crazy people. But it was her the whole time. Because see, I kept, every time he came around, I'm like, you're acting funny. What's going on? What y'all doing over there? What's going on? And I got to a point that I started sneaking around corners and stuff. I figured out how, because my light is bright, so I figured out how to dim my light down. And let me go back again. Before he figured it out, they used to do some jankety stuff to me. They kept ciphering my energy. That's what it was. They kept ciphering my energy. That's where the rapes came from, and the mind games and all of that other stuff came from throughout time, and where I couldn't really say anything. So every time when he came around me, when she did do the love bombing with us, every time he comes, I try to tell him, hey, this is going on. In the physical world, I try to say, hey, this is going on, but I couldn't. So in the spiritual, when I tell him, she already got in his head. So when he see me in the spirit, he automatically thinking she's putting a love spell on me. That's why I'm attached to her in the spirit. In the reality, every time I try to tell him this is what they doing, I couldn't. So we got closer to where technology was starting to change. When technology started changing, that's when I started utilizing technology. So they were ciphering all my energy and seeing different things or whatever, but I started allowing my brain thoughts, my frequencies, to figure out ways how to get out of the situation. That's how technology was created. They stole all of those ideas from me. That's how we got technology and stuff. But I didn't let them take it. They just stole it from me. But I used it to my advantage. That's why we got certain TV shows, movies and stuff, because I couldn't tell him, so I put it into the networks. So I can utilize other people because I got raped so much, right? In the spiritual world, that's why every single one of y'all in the world got my energy, okay? That's how y'all got it. If it wasn't for me, y'all and everybody in the world be demonic, because that was the energy she provided. My energy is the light. That's why y'all able to be the way y'all are. If not, think about it like this. Back in the day, people used to live to be 900, 800 years old. You remember that, right? That's because they was all demonic. Once I came into the picture, people didn't have to live long lives because they can just keep coming back. That was because of my energy. That's why. Because when those folks was like those 800, 900 years old, they felt like, man, this is forever. When will I die? Oh my God, this is forever. It's this, it's that. I gotta go through this. I gotta go through that. And they like, you 100 some years old having kids. You see how I'm gonna say it like this. You see how we look now compared to back then. Now think of your great grandmama and them during slavery time and how old they look, right? And look how young we look now. Now just picture back then how old they look. Okay, just let you know. Because it was demonic. Because of my spirit, I figured out a way how to cipher people's energy. So I figured out, once my energy got into it, I realized, okay, I can keep your spirits because I can channel it. And because I can channel it, then when you come back out, you know, we all got allotted times, but at least you can keep coming back. So yeah, right now you could be 900 years old or 1,000 years old, but you get the opportunity to have multiple lives instead of be stuck with the same dumb life. And also, it allow you to also get to the point where if you don't succeed, you can try again. Now you don't have to hold on to bondage of that stuff that has happened to you the first round, that last round. You can change over to the next. So I figured out a lot of stuff, and the more I figured out through the process, the more they cipher from me. So they try to put me in these simulations and all of this stuff. However, like I always say, what happens on the bad is for the good. See, it also helps people to understand the difference between what's fake and what's real. It also gives you the opportunity to understand discernment, how to know what is for you and what's not for you. So anyway, in this process, God basically became manipulative, and he told me when it came to my powers, he was going to protect them. But what happened was, when he realized that Ye was still connected to me, because his energy, their energy shifts out in and out. It shifts in and out. They can't be in at the same time. Can y'all be at the same time? No. They shift in and out. That's how they go. So whoever's the lead is the lead. The other one is blind. That's literally how it goes. And it's a movie or something I seen like that. I gotta remember. It's a movie or something to what everything I said. Okay, because there's a reason, so y'all can understand things. So when he flips in that, the daddy, not the dad, but yeah, God mode, he don't know what's going on. However, he knows now because I tell him. See, before he didn't believe me. He didn't believe what God was doing to him. He didn't realize that God was manipulating me, using me and abusing me and doing all of this stuff. He didn't know it, because the plan was, hey, I'm still attached to her. I'll allow y'all to utilize my energy to get the ideas, but don't hurt her. That was what it was. Don't hurt her. So when it came to the relationships and the things, they utilized these people. How you got the secret societies and stuff like that. However, they caught Ye vulnerable, and they figured out how to get underneath my skin to be able to get Ye to pop out. For God to pop out more often, because Ye was starting to get enough of energy that he was starting to know how to control the spirit within him. And God didn't like that, but it was because of me. So God put the pressure. So let's fast forward to now. I'm gonna fast forward to now. So when y'all look at, like, I'm gonna keep with the Kardashians. All right, they would reason, like, when it came to Kim and them, they knew about me. Okay, because of the mother. And the mother was inside of Kim. And Kim was using him for whatever she needed. So she cloaked herself to act like me, to be like me, and all of that. For the most part, she ain't do a good job. God dog. Never mind, I ain't gonna do that. But yeah, she tried the best she could to cloak herself as me, but it didn't work that well. And if y'all go look at videos, when Ye smiles, he'll smile, but he goes right back. And so what happened in this process is, they knew that if they make me upset, like make me cry and stuff, it would piss Jay off. When it pissed Jay off, now God image will come out. And when God image come out, now they go out here and do their dumb stuff. They'll go out here and steal, kill, and do all of this other stuff. And in this process, God promised me that no one was going to get my abilities. No one was going to use them. But because of the mother, that's how the secret society got so big. See, the secret society supposed to have been a secret. It was a secret for a very long time. But then what happened was, once they learned how to really pull my energy out, they got cocky, and now the secret society became a public information. That's what screwed y'all up, because now we have public information. Now people getting cocky because there's too much energy going out too fast. the more energy y'all ciphered from me, the more people started telling on themselves because you got cocky. Because y'all felt like nobody knows what's going on because y'all had glamour spells. However, it came to a point where I was finally able to get Ye attention and show him what was going on. I was able to let him know what was going on. So when he was going at cry for help about the kids, he was trying to let y'all know they're taking y'all souls. They're stealing y'all souls. You are our kids. When he was talking about North St. Shai and on songs, right? He was talking about y'all at the same time. Like, they stealing y'all souls. Come on, pay attention. There's a lot of celebrities that's out here that's walking around that is dead. Dead. Okay? Dead. They're dead, y'all. They have other spirits inside those bodies. Because they're dead. The original form is dead. Because what happened is, this is what's going on, y'all. The originals was knowing that what was going to probably happen. Anyone new to the secret society, they killed those people. Every single one of them is gone. Because they know the higher up, their form is going to be jacked up. So their way of looking at it is, if we get into the younger kids' bodies and be able to get out, because they knew their spirits were going to get locked in. Eventually, they knew eventually their spirits, their energy was gonna get locked into someone's body, and they was gonna lose their energy. Okay, so this was like gonna be their second chance. So that goes back to Katy Perry. Remember, Katy Perry's like, I feel like this is just another chance in life. That was her signal. Okay, because to her, she's like, I'm not one of those. I am one of them, but I ain't those. So I know they're about to get it, but I might get hit, but it ain't gonna be like that. That's what she thought. All y'all gonna get it, okay? And because you did that, I'm gonna make sure I give you a special taste. Yeah. And so anyway, that's what they was hoping. So these younger kids out here that just got into the secret society, y'all, their spirits are not with them anymore. It's the higher up spirits inside of their bodies. Now, I know you're like, but hey, what about them? Who's in their body? The younger ones. The younger ones. And I know you're like, but I thought they was dead. They about to be. I'm gonna call it what it is. When you sacrifice your soul for someone, right? They knew what they was doing. That's why they went and cut out the archives. Because they know at their last hope was to sacrifice their own body. They already know they was going to die. So they sacrificed their own body. But what they did was get y'all little gullible young ones in. Then make it swap souls. And now y'all like, hey, I'm this person. Yay, I'm that person. This, ha, 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 ha. And lo and behold, you about to go down for their crimes. Because the spirit's locked in now. They can't jump from person to person anymore. The spirits are locked in. So, that's what's going on. That's crazy. That's what's going on. So anyway, through this process, what's going on now is Ye been trying to tell y'all the whole time that they stealing y'all. Okay? They stealing y'all. They stealing people's spirits out here. Some of these elites are in regular families now. Yeah, they're not in the spotlight anymore. Yeah. Some of these people swapped out with regular life people. So you talking about all these tarots and all this stuff and those marches and stuff. Shucks. Those marches about these tarots and stuff. Do you know majority of those people are these people? Yep. They swapped out. They swapped out. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. Whatever happens, gonna happen. Now, some of y'all, the ones, I'm gonna feel like this. If you feel like, I'm gonna get back to my story, but I'm gonna just say this now. If you feel like there's a spirit entity in your body that's messing with you that don't belong, it's time to listen. Follow all the steps, all the rules to get it out. Because guess what? Those spirits have karma attached to it. And if it's attached to your body going to go through it. Just to let you know. But back to the story. That was my commercial. Back to the story. So what happened in this scenario is God lied to me. He promised. I'm big about promising. You promise me something, you better do it. If you don't, then guess what? That's a contract to me. It's voided. I don't trust you after that. When you say I promise I'm gonna do something, I'd rather for you say I'm gonna do the best I can or something like that. When you promise me, that is voided. So what's basically going on now is this. God is praying what is it? Asking for forgiveness right now. God is like, game over. Game over. So right now, God is trying to ask for forgiveness. And I'm going to post 2 videos to give you an example of what happened. And so, God is asking for forgiveness. So I'm going to say this. I forgive you. But we done. We done. Because you told me you was going to come back for me. I had to find out how to get out of this whole situation. You understand me? You told me you was going to come back for me long time ago. And even when I came into this situation, you kept going in my ear telling me I'm coming. You kept lying to me. How many times in this situation you kept telling me I'm coming back for you, and you did not do it? You didn't do it. When these people were siphoning my energy, you could have stopped them long time ago. You could have this, and you promised me you was never going to take my energy away from me. You say you was going to protect me. You say you was going to be there for me. Ye was the one that was there for me. Ye was the one that protected me. Ye was the one that made sure I was okay. Y'all thought I wasn't going to pay attention to that? I know y'all was trying to make him look like the bad guy. I already know. So I'm telling you right now, yo, you got to know. Your spirit is about to be detached. I'm not allowing you coming into this energy. I'm not. So when me and him meet, you're out of here. There's nothing else you can do. You had plenty of time to say something. You waited to the last drop, to the last song, to the last beat. You understand? You know how long I've been in that situation? Decade. Yo, we are almost 1 million years old. Do you know that? Almost 1 million years old. Nigga. With the utmost respect. But no. Over 1 million years old. Really? I've been waiting that long for you to come get me. Sitting there on the side, waiting for you to pick me up. But you was too busy in the streets. You was too busy out here trying to prove a point to someone that didn't even care about you. Because she cared about you that much at that time, she would have been there for you. She would have understood. She would have listened to you. But no, she converted you over and you ran with it. And you know you wasn't happy. And I try to talk to you. I try to listen to you. I try to do everything. And every time I gave you advice, what you do, you laughed at me. You went there ridicule me. You got the whole world laughing at me. You know that? You telling everybody that you done all of this stuff, and the whole time you didn't even have the energy. It was me. Every time you made a mistake, I was the one cleaning it up. It wasn't even mistakes. You did it on demand. And you told her, well, you erased me from history. You understand? You erased me. You allowed her to erase me. Because you wanted to prove a point to her. You had the opportunity to have an amazing life. And you sat back and left me hanging. Look at me now. All the stuff that you always wanted was always there. But you didn't listen. All because it wasn't looking the way you wanted at the moment. It wasn't the way you thought it would be at the moment. Because you were so focused on her. And the thing about it is, let me explain this to y'all. It is like I'm talking two directions. Okay? In one sense, as the mother, talking, and I'm gonna explain this. When I say me and Ye coming back together, once we connect, he will be able to fully control that other side, and now that other side will turn God the right way. That demonic side will be gone. Okay, and then he will have full control of the daddy emotion. Okay, he will have full control of it. But right now he's pleading to me, and as the mother part of me talking to the father part of him is saying, you should have known better. All you had to do is talk. So I'm going to say it like this. When it comes to that demonic side, the Jezebel side, I didn't have nothing tied to it. But the positive side of me, the healed side of me is talking to him right now and saying, if you would have listened to me, when I try to tell you how I felt, if you will listen to me instead of focusing on her the whole time, and just listen to me instead of trying to change things and listen to what I was saying, it wouldn't push me away, when it made me feel that way. All you had to do is show some attention to me sometimes. That was it. But you left me hanging. You went out with everybody else. You focused on everybody else. And then I was left with the scraps, the little time you had left. That's what I'm saying. All you had to do is show me show that you still felt the same way you felt about me before everything changed, and everything would have been fine. But then you ran after that other spirit, because now that other spirit is more interesting now. Now that other spirit is making you feel a way you never felt before. You running after something, but see, that was the thing. You start running after something that didn't want you back. And all you had to do was listen. So now, I'm talking as the daughter. So Dad, the same way you did Mom is the same way you did me. You ran out here with everybody else. Created families with everybody else, all up in everybody else's face, and then when it came to me, you only come to me when you need something, and you kept telling me, I'll be right back. I will provide whatever you needed. I'll be right back. So, just like you said, you'll be right back. Focus on that back of yours, because I ain't coming. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.